How do I be consistent when it comes to reading my Bible? That's the number one question that I get asked, and today we are going to answer it. If you and I happen to be meeting for the first time, I'm Keith Farron, and my passion is helping people move from should to want when it comes to the Bible. Not just how to read it and study it, but how to truly enjoy it so that we apply it. If that sounds good to you, well, you might want to click that little subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything. Consistency. We all want it, and we all struggle with it. So what do we do with this day-to-day battle of being consistent in your Bible reading? Well, today I'm going to give you 5 tips that will help you make progress in this battle toward consistency. Tip number 1 is recognize that it's going to be hard, and it's always going to be hard. It's hard for all of us. We all have busy lives. There's the busyness of children or work or just doing life. There's also the challenge of the enemy. The last thing the enemy wants is for you to be consistent when it comes to reading your Bible, spending time with God in His Word. So there will be an attack. I can tell you, when you recognize that it's going to be hard, you're less likely to become discouraged when it's hard. So recognize that it will be hard. Tip number 2 is find a consistent time. Now, for some people, you're just at a season of life where there can't be a consistent time. You've got to kind of piece it together. That said, for most of us, if we really look at our calendars, we can find a consistent time. Now for me, in my life right now, my consistent time is first thing in the morning. I've got to get up early. I typically sacrifice sleep so that I can spend time in the Word. With my 3 kids and my wife working, all this that we have going on, the only time my house is quiet is early in the morning. But I've talked to other people that drop their kids off at school and they spend that first hour after that before they get into kind of the daily chores and errands and all that. Other people, I talked to one guy who he has a very consistent lunch break. So instead of going out to lunch or just sitting in the cafeteria at his work, he goes out to his car. He brings his lunch, brings his Bible, goes out to his car, and that's his kind of 45 minutes to an hour every single day. Talk to some people that it's the hour right after dinner. Other people, it's the hour or 2 right before bed. Whatever that time frame is can be for you, when you set a consistent time to do anything, that becomes easier as time goes on. Tip number 3 is find a consistent place. You might be wondering why I'm recording this video in my living room. Well, that spot right there, that's my consistent place. I don't do very much else in that corner. That's not where I typically sit to read. That's not where I sit typically to watch TV. It's not like I'm legalistic about it, but that's my place. That's the place where I sit. For some people, it's a consistent chair, or it's a corner of their office. It's a spot on the couch. It's their kitchen table. Wherever it is, I just find that there's something about having a place that you sit, that you go to, that starts to, you just look forward to that spot. You look forward to going there. When you look forward to something, you will be more consistent. It's part of changing that attitude of this is something I should do to this is something I want to do. And when you've got that place that you just enjoy being, then you will start looking forward to it. Tip number 4 is find a consistent person. Now, this may be somebody that ends up needing to change, but I find that if you've got someone to talk to about what you're reading, you will look forward to it, and there'll be the accountability piece. Now, for some people, they've had 2 or 3 people that they get together at the same coffee shop, the same time of the week, and they to talk about their Bible reading, and they've been meeting for years. Now, I know one group of guys, 4 or 5 guys that have been meeting at the same coffee shop on Wednesday mornings. It's got to be going on 12 years now. Now, I don't have that kind of consistent person, but I always try to have a person or a couple people that I get together with and I talk about whatever it is we're reading for 2 reasons. One, you don't want to show up not having read anything, so that will promote some consistency, but then also, again, that shift of moving from should to want. When you have somebody you're talking with something about, anything we talk about, we get more interested in. And so if you're interested in it and you're looking forward to those conversations and you're seeing things and they're seeing things and you're encouraging one another, it will become more fun and you will want to be reading and having more to talk about when you get together. Finally, find a consistent way to be inconsistent. Here's what I mean by this. Don't do the exact same thing every day. I find that some people will come across a book on Bible study and they'll have a Bible study methodology and then they think this is going to be great, and so they just try to do that forever. Well, for me, I find that to mix it up, to do different kinds of studies, different lengths, different focuses, and here is kind of what my year looks like. Now, first 4 months of every year, I do a rapid Bible read-through. If you don't know what a rapid Bible read-through is, then search that here on the YouTube channel or on keithfarron.com, wherever it is that you're watching this video, and you'll find all about what I mean by a rapid Bible read-through. But that's how I spend the first 4 months of every year. For the remaining 8 months, I do several different things. I always have some time in that 8 months where I'm doing a deeper study of a single book of the Bible, typically a shorter book, and I'll do that. Other times I'll look at a biblical theme like heaven or justification or creation and do a deeper dive on a biblical theme. Other times it's a person in the Bible, something on the life of David, life of Moses, one of the disciples, and do a deeper dive on a person. But I find that when you mix up what you're doing, even to the point where sometimes you throw in a video, other times you read the Bible and do some journaling, whatever it is, if you can find a way to do something different on a regular basis, that will actually increase your consistency because you won't get bored. It is really, really hard to be consistent when you're bored. Let's walk through those 5 tips one last time. Recognize that it's going to be hard. If at all possible, find a consistent time. Find a consistent place. Find a consistent person or small group of people. And finally, find a consistent way to be inconsistent. Mix it up. I hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear your comments below the video. Feel free to share this video if you think it'd be helpful for somebody else. And again, subscribe right down there so you don't miss the next one. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Bye-bye.